Well, hello everyone. On today's project, I'm going to do a few things on my new wreck. And the first thing is I'm going to get rid of that thing. And I've already seen a few videos, people four-wheeling, and that's the first thing that'll come off. Get hung up on something. At least with the mud flap, it's flexible. That isn't. And in order, I could take that off, but you have a funny little hole. So I'll show you what to do to correct that. And then the next thing to do on this wreck, we go up front and we're going to... And then the next thing we're going to do is remove this air dam that's retractable. I'm not going to touch the factory air dam or cut it down. You can, I'm not. I'm just worried about when this thing drops down 3 or 4 inches. I'm going to hit a clump of ice or something that came off of a semi-truck or whatever on the highway, and it'll just tear it to pieces. So, show you what to do. Right there is kind of the motor on one side, and then over there on the other side. So, we'll show you what to do to take that all apart. And here are the parts that we're going to need to remove those shields. And so yeah, you need a right side, you need a left side. I don't know which is which, but those are the part numbers right there for you. And I paid $18 Canadian each. So 36, 37, about $39 with GST. And it's November 2021 for reference, but those are what you're going to need. And yeah, let's get these installed. Okay, well, we've got 3 screws to remove. Up here in Canada, that's 7 mil. Down there in USA, it is 9 32nd socket we'll need. Yep, 9 32nd. And this is what it'll look like after it's done. So, this one is actually on the driver's side. So that ends in A23. The passenger side was A22. Okay, so let's get this off. Like I said, there's 3. Well, you know, while this aluminum body is nice, no rust, it sure is flimsy. Oh. Wave of the future, I guess. Okay, so we got another one down here. Let's see here. One on the bottom. All the same length. And now this has a little bit of a clasp. So like this, so you got to get in there and try to pinch it so you can release it. There. See what I mean? You just can't take off the caps. You got that ugly little slot there, so this will sure dress it up. That looks a lot nicer. Okay, let's get these 3 screws back in. I'm not sure what's nicer. I'm probably going to take away what? 2 miles per gallon? Removing those things? Yeah, I got it. And grab that one. So I'll just take a little bit for a turn. There. Now that surely looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. Well, I'm glad I did that. $36 well spent, but okay, let's go do the other side, and then we'll get to the front air dam. And I guess, just in case you guys are wanting to know, there's the part numbers for the originals. Okay, that came from the passenger side. This came from the driver's side. If you were to wreck it and you want to replace it with factory looking ones. And okay, so one thing I found out with this truck, yeah, I can see why everyone puts a leveling kit on here. This front end is low. I can barely crawl underneath it. And I'm a skinny guy. Okay, so we got two here and then one on the back side on this actuator and also on the other actuator to remove this movable air dam that goes up and down. So let's get these out. 3 on this side, 3 on the other, like I said, and it's 9:30 seconds or 7 mil. Let's do that. Okay, so that's what that movable air dam looks like. So, and of course you can see the 3 screws here, 3 screws over there. So next thing we have to do is actually get rid of the motors that connect to that, because even the motors will still deploy down, and I don't know if they're going to deploy a lot, but right there that's deploying at least 5-6 inches, and that would for surely rip off if I hit a chunk of ice or whatever on the road, on the highway. So this being a truck, I want to go over it. I don't want to hit it, and I hate to find out what that part costs. Okay, so let's go take a look at those the actual 2 little motors that send it down. Let's get those removed. Once we get that active air dam out of the way, we got to remove this module. And there's a bolt, there's a bolt, and then way over here there's another bolt. So take those 3, they are 1/2 inch, and let's remove those. Okay, so you are left with this wire right here, and you just kind of have to push right there and then it'll unplug. So now I'm going to tape that up really good and then fasten it. Then I'm also going to put those 3 screws back. 1, 2, and 3. Get those back in there, and so, you know, I got that bolt back in, those 2 in, and then this is nicely taped up and tie strapped. So there you go. Now let's get this done on the other side, and then we're just about done. Well, I just thought I'd give you a heads up. So you got to remove this red tamper-proof first before you can actually push the release button. The passenger side has this, but not the driver's side for some reason. So yeah, just remove that red thing. It unsnaps out with the screwdriver, and then you can stick your finger in there and just push down. So just a heads up. I don't know why Ford did that. One side is different than the other, but so it is. Okay, so I've got the passenger side module off. I'm going to get those bolts back on. I'm going to get this all taped up, tie strapped out of the way so it doesn't hang, and we're just about getting done. Well, there we go. Nice, clean, removed. Now, like I said, some people will want to go and cut this off. I'm just going to leave it. But I feel pretty good. That was probably an easy 45-minute job just to get rid of that active air dam, as they call it. Okay, everyone. There you go. One active dam removed. So, you know, of course, there's your 2 motors, there's your active dam. So yeah, that could cost quite a bit of money if that's hanging down there. So I get it, Ford, you want to try to get the best fuel economy, but how many thousands of dollars did you put in research for that crazy stuff there? Only for it to be knocked off in deep snow on a highway. And so I'm glad I removed it. I'll put this in the corner, and might be worth something if they can't get any more chips out of China. Maybe I'll sell this. Well, everyone, thanks for watching, and you have a good day. Good luck with your Ford.